You are a true warrior. Fear stands tall, a shadowy giant, whispering doubts into your ear. It tells you that failure is final, that trying is pointless. But listen closely, not to the voice of fear, but to the fire burning inside you. That fire doesn't beg for comfort, it roars for action. This is where a warrior begins, standing up, fists clenched and daring to take the first step. Every stumble feels like the end of the road. You fall, skin your knees and feel the sting of defeat. But a true warrior doesn't linger in the dirt. Each scar tells a story of perseverance, a badge of honor earned not through perfection but through persistence. The strength to rise again, that's where the battle is truly won. It's easy to freeze in the face of uncertainty. The what-ifs chain you down, suffocating the part of you that's meant to shine. But remember, fear of failure only holds power if you let it. Break those chains. A warrior knows failure is not the enemy, it's the teacher. Within you lies a strength that doesn't break no matter the storm. You felt it before in the quiet moments when you refused to quit. It's not loud or flashy, it's steady like a heartbeat. That strength, your inner resilience, is what makes you a warrior even when no one else sees it. Warriors are not born fearless, they learn to fight through their fear. Every step forward, every decision to keep going despite the odds, that's courage. It's not about never feeling fear. It's about refusing to let fear make the decisions for you. The world might not see your battles. It won't applaud the nights you spent wrestling with self-doubt or the days you pushed forward when it seemed pointless. But these unseen victories define a true warrior. They're the bricks that build unshakable strength. Challenges will test you, push you to your limits and leave you questioning yourself. But isn't that what forges greatness? Steel is made in fire and so are you. Each test isn't there to break you, it's there to reveal the strength you've carried all along. When others give up, a true warrior steps forward. It's not about being the strongest or the fastest. It's about having the grit to continue when the odds are stacked high. That unyielding drive is what separates those who talk from those who truly fight. Life will throw punches, sometimes harder than you think you can handle. But here's the truth, the greatest battles aren't fought with swords or fists, they're fought in the mind. Winning these battles starts with believing you're stronger than your doubts, stronger than your fears. So stand tall. Not because the fight is easy, but because it's worth it. A true warrior doesn't need the world to call them one. They know it in their bones, in the way they face each day head-on. And that, more than anything, is what makes you unstoppable. A true warrior is not measured by the battles they win, but by the courage to rise every time they fall. Victory means nothing without struggle. Strength means nothing without pain. The world may celebrate those who conquer, but the real power lies in those who refuse to stay defeated. Falling is inevitable and it is cruel. It crushes, mocks and dares you to stay down. But the warrior hears the taunt, feels the weight and rises not out of hope, but out of defiance. Defeat strips away everything, your pride, your comfort, your illusions. It exposes the raw, unfiltered core of who you are. Most flee from that darkness, but the warrior steps into it, knowing that to face it is the only way forward. In the depths of failure, something is born, a force that no triumph can give. It is not the spark of glory, it is the fire of resolve. What matters is not how many times the world crushes you. It's about how many times you spit in the face of despair and stand again. Every fall sharpens you, carves you into something stronger, something untouchable. The scars you bear are not marks of weakness, they are sigils of survival. The warrior knows that perfection is a myth, but persistence, that is the eternal weapon. There's a darkness that comes when you rise again. It's not the bright optimism of the naive. It's a cold, calculated awareness that no force can truly break you. You begin to carry your struggles like armor. Pain becomes fuel and fear becomes an afterthought. You do not rise to prove something to the world. You rise because you refuse to give your weakness the satisfaction of winning. The warrior's path is not one of light and celebration. It is the path of shadows, where the soft-hearted perish and the strong endure. It is a silent, lonely march against the forces that would rather see you kneel. But that loneliness is power. It strips away everything false and leaves only the truth of your spirit. To rise again is not an act of heroism. It is an act of rebellion. It is a refusal to let the past dictate the future, a refusal to be defined by failure. Those who rise are not saints or saviors. They are beasts sharpened by every defeat, growing darker and stronger with every step forward. The world may not see it, but every time you get back up, something inside you changes. You become less afraid, less fragile, and more dangerous. The warrior is not afraid of falling because they know they will rise again. And with every rise, they become more untouchable, more unstoppable. Strength does not come from winning. Strength comes from enduring. True warriors do not fear the fall, they embrace it. Because every fall is a step closer to becoming something that can no longer be broken. Something eternal. Something invincible.